Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Flix-N-Clix, where we talk about the latest entertainments, gaming, and collectibles. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Gabe, and let's begin today with our big story coming out of Disney's D23, which is Marvel making comments about their new Blade movie. At least what they say is going to be happening with their Blade movie. What do you think, Brandon?
It's kind of a mess what's going on now. Like, they don't know what to do. They're just giving up more stuff to give us more hope. But within time, the passing days, or I guess months, it just, in a way, I'm kind of losing hope of what's going on or what they're doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, the past few years have not been that good to Marvel. They had a pretty good showing with the latest Deadpool movie that came out a few months back.
Yeah.
But the past 2-3 years have been pretty rough, and like this Blade movie has been in development since July of 2019. It's been already 5 years. They got through so many.
Since the announcement.
Yes, they've gone through directors, screenwriters. I think I was reading earlier that they've gone through 5 scripts or versions of the scripts. Like, come on! Like, one person familiar was kind of like spilling the tea on what's going on with there. That the story at one point changed from being like Blade centric to let's morph it into a narrative led by women filled with life lessons. Like, how's that Blade? Like, seriously, this guy's a half vampire, half human, just slaying the vampires left and right, cleaning the town up, cleaning out that stuff, and they're turning it into let's have him do kumbaya and all this stuff. Like, I'm sorry, that's like turning that's like turning Black Panther into a movie where Black Panther is like barely in it. It's all about his mom, the queen, his girlfriend, Akia, his sister, the leader of the Dora Milaje, Okoye, and let's put in T'Challa here every now and then. Killmonger's a bad guy. Let's put him in here a little bit. Like, no, like, who would want to watch that? It would like totally destroy like the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, the story, the character development, and the insinuation.
And then, like, another thing, like, Kevin Feige was talking about when they were asking him about it at the D23 was, like, we're committed to Blade. We love the character, and we love Mahershala's take on him. Like, my question hearing that is, like, well, what take? Like, he hasn't done anything. The only thing Mahershala did for Marvel is he came out in the Luke Cage series as Cottonmouth. So he's already been in the MCU.
Yeah, for a while.
And then now they're like reshuffling him to come back because you're an awesome actor. Like, everyone knows he's an awesome actor. He's fantastic. Like, you watch any movie that he's in, like, it totally elevates like the quality of the movie. He's awesome. Mahershala is fantastic in just about everything that he touches. Yeah. But it's just unfortunate for him that the people that are in control of these movies, like, I'm sorry, but they don't know what they're doing. You have these people that have like no business writing the scripts, putting their input into these things. Like, come on, Feige, like, you had total control, basically, from what it seems like, for over 10 years of the MCU and made it into like the greatest franchise in existence. Like, no other franchise in history, of movie history, has come close to what the MCU has been able to accomplish. With all the first 3 phases were like masterpieces. Like, every film just kept on getting better and better and better until you reach that peak of the mountain of Infinity War, and then you top it with Endgame.
Really good writers that they
like the commitment that everyone had in that was amazing. And then it's just like once they reach that mountaintop, of course, there's no direction to go but down, and boy have they gone down. But I continue to hold out hope. I really want to see this Blade movie come out. Mahershala did fantastic. It was very surprising when Wesley Snipes came back for Blade in the Deadpool movie. That like knocked me back. Whoa, he's there. He's awesome and still has that swagger. The dude's like 60 something years old and
he still moves.
And he was still moving. I don't know how much of it was him doing his own stunts and stuff, but you know what? It was believable. I loved it. Wesley Snipes has always been awesome. I love him in most of the things he does. He's another fantastic actor. A lot of people don't give him credit for all the stuff he's done, but you know what? Wesley Snipes, awesome. But it's a damn shame what they're doing with Mahershala. This one, they're like dragging their feet. They just don't get their stuff together. I'm sorry, but they need to clean house and like make sure that the people that they put in are committed to the movies and not injecting agendas and stuff that just drives the audience away. I'm sorry, but it's true. It drives the audience away. All these injected agendas that has creeped into a lot of movies, especially like in the Disney side of things. it's been pretty brutal the past few years, and it's just like I could just like you hear the buzz on the internet, and it's true. It's just hasn't been good.
Yeah, because like when he's passing time to confirm, oh, this it's gonna come out this year, oh, it's gonna come out this month, oh, it's gonna come out this next year. You're just playing with the fans' feelings, and they're not really gonna give hope anymore. They're just not gonna be interested in the movie. But if they're gonna actually continue with this, they're gonna have to have very high standards and give what the fans are expecting. Because if it doesn't, it's gonna go worse than what they thought, and they're gonna lose money and everything.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point.
We have high standards.
This movie was kind of slated to come out in November 2025, just next year. In a year from now, that's gone. Now they've replaced that time slot with The Predator Badlands, which we talked about in the last episode. That one I'm really looking forward to. You and I talked at length about that. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. It doesn't seem like the next opening that Disney has on their schedule is not until 2028. So that's 4 years from now, 3.5, 4 years from now. That's a long time to wait for this Blade movie. And that means it would have been in development for like 9 years for this movie to come out. That's a long time for anything. Usually, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, and they introduced him really well in the Deadpool movie, but need to specifically be smart. How would he enter the MCU and be smart with that, and how would he continue on to be in the movies? Because each time he's getting older, he's not able to continue for a very long time because he's at the age. So
yeah, especially for as action oriented as Blade can be. Like his original ones from the 90s, 2000s. Like it was a lot of action. And, well, 20 plus years have passed since then, so he's no spring chicken anymore. So that's why they brought in Mahershala to take over the role or redo the role or re-originate it, whatever you want to call it. And, well, they just keep on fumbling the ball, but I still hold out hope that one day they'll get their stuff together and finish that script, make it where it's good, solid, tight, and make it enjoyable, right? These movies... Ultimately, they should be enjoyable. You should not leave the theater disappointed, and that's really it sucks when it happens.
Yeah, like you need to give able to give what the fans want, and just once you announce something, you have to stick to that thing, especially for these big companies, because they're just losing money and wasting people, but like sending new people and stuff like that. We're doing this and that, just scrapping everything. It's gonna get nowhere. At this point, why do it?
Yeah. All right, Brandon. Well, that's enough about the Blade talk. Let's move on to our next thing. What did we got?
We got what's been recently announced was during the Brazil D23 was the new Star Wars Trilogy, or what was the day before that they announced they'll be working on it while continuing the Skywalker saga. So what he said?
Yeah, it says here that Lucasfilm is developing a Star Wars Trilogy with Simon Kinberg. He is set to write and produce 3 films with studio chief Kathleen Kennedy. And like you said, it's going to be supposedly part of the Skywalker saga. Like, no, my gripe is with the Star Wars stuff. I shouldn't have to say this, but Star Wars is my favorite franchise of all time. I love it. I live it. I breathe it. I play the games. I watch all the movies. I've seen all the series. So I would love nothing more than for these movies to come in the theater. Like, there's nothing beats a Star Wars experience in the theater, on the big screen, seeing all the action, the quality, all that stuff. It hits totally different on the theatrical release versus a TV show release.
Yeah, how immersive you could get with the laser weapons, the lights, and
the sounds, the music, everything just comes together so perfectly in a movie setting.
Yeah. The really good story.
They just keep on announcing these movies one after the other. Like, I was just pulling up a list of announced movies series that they have. Mind you, like, if these are all going to happen, when are they going to happen? We have Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie. It's currently in development. James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi movie, currently in development. Dave Filoni's Mandoverse New Republic movie, currently in development. Is this the Mandalorian and Grogu one? I don't know. Charmin Obey-Chinoy's New Jedi Order movie, currently in development. Wasn't this supposed to be the Rey movie also? So is Rey going to be part of 2 separate franchises? Which one's going to be the official Skywalker saga one? Which one's going to be like her thing? Are they the same thing? Or are they 2 separate things? I don't know, but they keep on seeming to want to announce these movies without really a plan in place. They haven't. There's no scripts for any of these, as far as I know, or there might be, but nothing's been like finalized. Nothing's really moving currently.
Yeah, because especially after the last Skywalker movie, the last movie, it left a really bad taste in everybody's mouth. Like ever since that happened, people were just upset. People were saying that it got ruined the storyline, and then people didn't really like it. And then with things that didn't make sense in the movie, and they just keep on saying stuff. The new projects that have been coming out. It's like the only good one is the Mandalorian and probably some Boba Fett, but that's left everyone kind of dismissive or just not really interested in Star Wars after the ending of that last movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
we're really mad.
Oh my goodness. The lack of planning involved in these movies was astounding. There was zero through line through any of these movies. Like when who was it? Kathleen Kennedy said, "Oh, there's no source material for these movies." Yeah, there is. It's called the original movies, episodes 1 through 6. That's your source material. There's plenty of material that you could have pulled from in the expanded universe that you just unilaterally decided, oh, that's not official anymore.
Yeah.
No, like that goes bye-bye. But yet, every now and then you do pluck a character from the expanded universe. You have Grand Admiral Thrawn plucked in there. A few others that I can't think of right now on the spot. But it's just like that statement just like drove me up the wall when there's no source material. There is, like, and you could have gone to the actual man himself if you cared enough to actually listen to George Lucas. He would
already planned it out.
Yeah, he already planned out the sequel trilogy, episode 7 for sure, maybe a little bit of 8 and 9 outline, but he had ideas, and y'all basically took his franchise. Oh, George, here's your money. Now, thank you. This is ours now. Go away. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah, they could have taken at least some or most of it or 50% from the original plan. That would have been very good. The plan, the fans would have been all over that and just going just non-stop buying the merch, and it would have been made so much money
for such a long time. Like you said, buying the merch, that was like essentially a license to print money. Star Wars. And with the bad taste in the mouth that was left from the sequel trilogy to the recent shows,
just out of nowhere,
it's driven a lot of fans away. It's driven a lot of
negativity,
and like I was saying earlier, there was no overarching story outline for any of this stuff that should have been established. Like, come on, how can you create a new series of movies and you have the original 3, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and not have them together on the screen at the same time? It's like the biggest mistake that they could have done. And unfortunately, Carrie Fisher passing away really threw a wrench in any of that. But in some ways, like, yes, Luke Skywalker could come back as a Force Ghost, and he did in episode 9, but it wouldn't have been the same because Han Solo's already dead. Yeah. He comes back as whatever that was when he's like talking to Kylo Ren when he's having a change of heart. Oh, yeah. The non-Force Ghost of Han Solo. It was just that there was no plan in place.
Yeah, especially in major moments.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams, like, he lost a lot of fans and credibility doing these movies because, like, the whole mystery box idea. Ooh, let's keep people on their toes. Like, dude, you're making essentially like the same movie that we've already done before. Oh, it's not the Death Star. It's Starkiller Base. Yeah, but it's this like planet thing that destroys other planets. Like, come on,
yeah,
it's the exact same thing
as the originals. He just filled up a whole movie for the same thing.
Yeah, and a ship finds the secret spot to blow it up. Right? Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, with Han Solo being killed off like that, that really fit the story.
Yeah, and then Princess Leia hugging Rey, not Chewie, that she's known for 20 plus, almost 30 years. No, this girl that she's really never met before, she gives her a hug. And
beats Kylo Ren too, which she didn't experience on, like, for believing in the Force like that. Still, that would not help against a duel against Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the sudden power level that Rey suddenly has, that she's like super adept at the lightsaber, never held it before in their life, but knows how to go toe to toe with someone that's been practicing lightsaber skills for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Totally believable.
Yeah, because they keep adding you the Star Killer base, the brand new capital ship, and they keep replacing, but also adding new stuff, replacing it again, adding new, replacing it again.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's just they feel that it might be the same thing as the one before, and and just people are just lose interest in it.
Exactly. Like, I remain eternally optimistic. It's a character flaw for me, but I still hold out hope. I should say I still hold out hope that eventually they get their stuff together and time permitting,
stick more to the comics.
have a plan that will connect all the movies together. Don't do what they did the first time around for the sequel movie. Oh, J.J. Abrams, and then Ryan Wilson, and then oh my God, we gotta really course correct. Okay, J.J. come back. Yeah. Come on, man, you gotta dig us out of this hole that we dug ourselves in.
And to be determined,
and then you could tell that like his heart wasn't really into it. He was like, I guess I'll do it, and then just like, oh, somehow Palpatine has returned, and that's oh God.
Yeah, only time will tell,
Yeah, and then they like premiere that stuff in a Fortnite video game thing before the movie. Like, oh geez, like why? Who's in charge of marketing? Because they should just be fired.
Yeah, but who knows? We'll just hope and wait, and time will only tell.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's talk about the brand new announcement that they also announced in Brazil was the Fire and Ash concept art. New teasers have been released, like just concept arts of what they've been showing. Some of it of the original ones that they released before, and there's a couple new ones, like per se, or the brand new. I'm assuming it's the leader of the new this aggressive fire tribe with the new variation of the Banshee that they ride with a big horn. That's a pretty cool design. Mm-hmm. That's really good.
Yeah, the wings look amazing.
Yeah. It looks the same.
I'm looking at it right now, but yeah, the concept art for this movie looks very, very good. I've always liked the Avatar series. James Cameron has been knocking it out of the park with this.
Yeah. It's like part 2 on steroids this time, just like what they said with the second one.
Yeah, I really dig the floating jellyfish thing attached to. Looks like it's attached to like a little craft. Getting them around.
Very resourceful. Like I'm assuming from the picture, it appears like I don't know, like they're being like the entire tribe, the waters. I forgot the name, but it looks like they're trying to move somewhere else after what happened in the second movie. The fight happened. So if they stay right there, it wouldn't make sense that they just left and find new place else. And James Cameron said that this new fire tribe, they're gonna show like the bad side of humanity, what they're capable of, the bad things that they've been doing. So I wonder how the humans and the tribe with Jake and the family are gonna handle this new bad guys, and how would they confront it?
Yeah, and they kind of left off the last one in kind of like I don't know, like cliffhanger, but leaving you what's gonna happen next with. The young son and of the bad guy from the first one that they brought back for the second one.
Oh yes.
Surge is his name.
Surge.
I remember. I'm blanking on the name, but the son and I guess the new Navi body that he has, where now he's experiencing what Jake's like feeling when he's in the new body. It's kind of interesting where they're going to go with that. I'm curious what's coming next with his character. But this movie looks pretty good. I'm glad that they're showing more concept art. The wait between the first one and the second one was kind of long, but this one I think is a little bit more. It's coming along. It looks like it's hitting theaters next year, in a year from now, on December 19th of 2025. Really so yeah, it's coming pretty quickly. So I'm glad James Cameron finally getting the ball rolling on these projects, because I know he likes having a couple of projects juggling up in the air, and he'll announce things. And
the Terminator he's working on too. Supposedly.
Yeah, and I remember Battle Angel Alita. That was a project that he had in development for years, well over a decade, maybe almost 20 years. And I was really happy when that one came out. I remember seeing the original animes and reading a couple of the mangas. That was really good. I wish James Cameron was a little bit more involved in that, but for the most part, I really liked what they were able to do with Alita. So I'm glad that he's able to get more stuff pumping out now. Not so much of a wait in between,
Yeah,
which is what he's kind of known for, like leaving you waiting.
yeah, because I could tell because judging by his Avatar movies, you could tell he's taking his time. He's planning carefully along with the other people who work with him.
Mm-hmm.
That they very strategically plan it out, and it take long hours. And you could tell that he puts emphasis and really enjoys making this stuff, which makes it a really good series. Like no doubt, like these movies are gonna be over $1 billion, both of them.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's the king of the $1 billion movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why it took so long between the first one and second one. He just spent all that time developing the ideas, the concepts, the story for the next like series of movies. How many did he say he wanted to do? Like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has quite a few planned out, and you know what? More power to him if he's able to do it. That is awesome, and I can't wait to see it because I'm there usually day one in IMAX for that. Like those are Cameron movies are for sure IMAX movies.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's put so much effort into this and slowly and delicately made this movie and make sure everything's good and make sure it's going smoothly. As I said, very put efforts and very plan everything out carefully. It's gonna be a really good movie. You can really tell coming from James Cameron.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
Because I guess in one of the pictures it shows the fire tribe in their home, and as you can see in the bottom, there seems that Jake has been, what I guess, taken under their control.
Yeah, they look like they have him captured, kind of like arms behind his back, tied up, and they're leading him to somewhere. Yeah, I'm really curious to see like a better look of the fire tribe. I don't know why in my head when I heard that. I know the Na'vi are usually like blue, and the last ones they introduced like some greenish ones. Mm-hmm. I always thought when they said the fire tribe, oh, are these going to be red ones? Right. But I don't know. You can't really tell from the picture that they have for that one.
Yeah.
But
you can tell like for the fire picture there's bones and there's like some tents also the bones and everything stuff like that. And in the middle it appears some kind of creature, like they're gonna introduce more animals like we said before. Like one with horns, with a big mouth, new predators that they might introduce. Yeah. So that'd be really cool going up against those, and probably it would be cool. They made some kind of arena where they make Jake fight like that. That would be really good.
You know what? Of all the things, it's giving me like Warcraft orc vibes, where they have that architecture of like the big horns and the wood and the tarps and the leather and all that stuff. Yeah, it's giving me that kind of vibes.
They're more like a warrior type of tribe that go fights and are
not so much peace and harmony with nature, right?
yeah. I want to see how they compare with the humans and how if the humans were to fight this new tribe, I want to see that too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, all right. So we're gonna talk about the next thing we've been talking about. Is the new alien Earth, as you all know that they announced it a while back, like a photo. But if you're watching I don't want to spoil anything. Well, this is not technically spoiled, but in the beginning of the last episode of Penguin, there shows like a couple of teasers of supposedly that will be taking place on Earth, with the xenomorphs have been there for a while. There's no longer be like the usual, kept on the ship, they're trapped right there. But they're going back to Earth, which is kind of new, but at the same time it isn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, according to the details about the coming series, the show is set to take place about 30 years before the events of the original movie. Which I don't know why in my mind I thought the original movie took place in like the 2300s, but no, it takes place in like the mid 2100s, so or something like that. So this is like the late 2000s. So in our reality, this is like not that far away, maybe another like 40, 50 years away from where we're at right now.
A year before the movie Prometheus. Mm-hmm. Like what have they been doing this xenomorphs all this time hiding right there? Because from the Alien vs Predator, it appears that he's been there for a while too, like fighting against them, hunting him secretly without nobody knowing. Because at the end of the movie Alien vs Predator, it only seems that the U.S. military, that the military has been the only ones, the governments around the world has been knowing about this, but the public has been kept hidden away from it for escalating things more than what it is,
Yeah, speaking of the Alien vs Predator series, where they kind of introduced that the aliens have been here on Earth for a long time, maybe in this show, Alien Earth, it's going to be a TV series, maybe they'll delve more into like the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, how they're involved in all this stuff, because in just about every iteration, there's been the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Especially like in the Alien vs Predator movie, there was like the Weyland character. He was there, and so are they going to continue that and see what they learn from this one will set the scene for what happens and goes down in the original Alien movie. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, because I think this perfectly fits the new announcements of the new Predator movies that are coming out, the new Alien movie. So it'll be way like I feel like this will be more like a prequel than and then later on they're gonna show more and then probably they'll have another Predator and Xenomorph encounter on Earth where they just have to where the humans are caught between their conflict and I want to see how that be handled.
Wouldn't that be something? And I always love seeing them go at it.
Yeah.
I really would hope that they kind of do tease that a little bit more, and maybe they do make an appearance. That'll be really awesome. I know they've been really pushing the Predator stuff also with two upcoming. What was it? It's 2 movies, right?
Yeah. Predator,
I guess Badlands and the other secret. Yeah, but they haven't announced the title for it.
Yeah.
So they've been really pushing the Predator stuff, and now they're making another push for the Alien stuff, continuing that. Which has been coming out with the movie that just came out, and now it's going to be a series as well.
And hopefully it could be like a franchise, you know, like the MCU, and hopefully get big. Because from that you could tell they're planning big on this thing. It's funny for a comeback for a Predator to come back, and the Xenomorphs and stuff.
Yeah, and people want to see that.
Yeah,
there's definitely interest in these 2 franchises, especially when they like team up. And go at it and kill each other and whatever. It's awesome. Count me in. I would love to see that.
Yeah, new different variations of the Yautjas and the new tribes, and some bring back like the Lost Tribe. That's one of the original tribes that came out in the Predator 2. I think also Predator 1 that they've been introduced. But those 2 aliens were part of that tribe, and when they're gonna come back for a comeback and introduce new Xenomorphs and stuff like that. Because that's what one of the directors said. I think the director said that they're gonna show a new variation of the Xenomorph. But it's gonna be almost the same, but there's slight differences too. They release new designs, so they're gonna show new Predator designs and for this franchise, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good one. It's definitely on my to watch list.
Yeah, because I want to see how humans will handle that, and they're probably secretly already fighting. Because there's a quick photo of the humans entering some kind of cave. Or I don't know what's going on. We have in that big package. But I want to see how they're gonna handle them. You know, and if the Emperor's gonna come back and help the humans, or not go against them, having a battle royale style.
Yep, for sure. All right, everyone. So if you enjoyed this episode, please give this channel a like. Drop a comment below. Smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time on Flix-N-Clix. See you, everyone.
Bye.